There we are. We're live.
Do you get like little nervous sometimes when you say that? Like we're going live. What is it? Oh, innovator. I thought it said I'm over it. I'm like, what are you over? Innovator.
Yeah, innovator.
Where'd you
It's
get that?
I got this from the BU cannabis pitch competition
Oh,
a couple of years ago. This is Amir, my son. This is his favorite new thing. Like he has his own cup that looks similar, smaller, different color, right? But no, this is his. This isn't. This is his, and that's his.
yeah.
So both of them are for Amir.
Motherhood.
Yep. No, yeah, that was that cannabis pitch competition was like 2019. Um, that
Which
was
seems like a decade ago.
oh, so much has happened since 2019.
I mean, I keep forgetting that we're only in 2022.
mm, yeah, it's been 3 years. There might be an issue with LinkedIn. It's saying here.
Uh-oh.
We'll keep trying. If this continues, try creating a new broadcast or just remove the destination and re-add it. Wow, that's unfortunate. We get a lot
LinkedIn.
of people from LinkedIn. We're good on
Me
YouTube
too.
though. It shows.
That's good.
Let me see here.
Pull it together, LinkedIn.
Oh no, we got one view. If you're viewing this, can you please let us know if you're checking us out on LinkedIn or YouTube? We're streaming live on two different channels using a tool called StreamYard, and it's telling us that we're not up on LinkedIn. So I'm assuming you must be on YouTube. Whoever is checking us out, drop a
Hmm.
drop a comment if you can, and let us know. You know, are you on YouTube? And if you are on YouTube, where are you located? Where you watching us from? Um, we're trying to get a better understanding of the geographically, who are we connecting with? Who are we seeing? Who's seeing us, etc. So please let us know. Looks like we're good now. All right, LinkedIn
Oh,
is up.
we're back. We're
We're
back.
back.
We're back.
We're back. We can move forward. Yeah, thanks for joining us. If you just got in on LinkedIn, had some technical difficulties with StreamYard,
Oh,
but they worked it out for us.
live on both.
Live on
Thank you,
both.
Kathy.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Uh, you signing in from Massachusetts, I bet. Where we get a lot of our views from Massachusetts. Thank you. Thank you kindly. No, no, but no. You were talking about you have a new. You were drinking a smoothie.
Oh, yeah, it looks gross, but I mean, it is what it is. It's blueberries, strawberries, spinach, and I don't know the protein powder, but not bad. But we have been thinking of switching it up to athletic greens or something like that. I don't know. This is not a promotion of them. We haven't even tried them yet, but I don't know. So far, so good. I'm sick of eating breakfast. I'm getting bored of breakfast. So I'm like,
Hmm.
let me just switch it up to smoothie. Like, I'm sick of eggs. I'm sick of like trying to figure out what to have for breakfast. And sometimes I don't get hungry until like 11 anyway. So it's like, let me just have something and then I'll have a nice lunch and a nice little dinner.
Yeah. Well,
But
that's. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was
What are
gonna
you going
say
to say?
it makes sense. I never really liked breakfast that much myself. I always
Mm,
felt like I was sometimes forced to eat it too soon.
right.
I
Too
mean,
soon.
yeah, because you're breaking your fast.
Yeah.
You're breaking your fast. Breakfast, breaking your fast.
Mm-hmm.
So when you break a fast, you don't normally like go all in with like eggs and sausage and toast. you, know, you try to
True.
transition yourself back into to being able to digest. So for me, I'll do I do like a heavy breakfast. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, me
A
too.
good brunch. You know who doesn't
Oh,
like a good brunch? But that's at
great
like
idea.
10 o'clock, 11 o'clock.
Right.
Um, but no, so now you're doing smoothies in the morning, which I do
Yeah.
that too. But go ahead.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that and not eat all the meals. I don't think we need to eat all the meals. Well, me personally, I don't need to eat all the meals. And I'm trying to get myself out of that mindset because we've been so conditioned to have 3 square meals a day. And I'm like, I don't think my body needs the 3 meals.
Yeah,
I think I'm really good with like maybe something light in the morning, a nice lunch and sinkity snack before dinner and then dinner.
yeah. I'm reading this book by a woman called Queen Afua. It's called Sacred Woman.
Hmm.
It's more of an African comedic way of looking at health, wellness from the feminine perspective. and how to take care of your body, how to take care of your family, how to take care of, all your business, all these things that are going on in our lives. And yeah, she's um, from her research history, light breakfast was the way that do it. You're a little bit heavier during lunch, a little heavier during dinner to get your like calories in during lunch, get some of your more calories in during dinner, but not eating, after sundown.
Yeah.
Trying to stop your intake after sundown, and then waking up in the morning doing it again, but not, starting off with eggs and stuff. So I've been doing the smoothies too, like you're doing. Same,
Mm.
some kale. I also put cannabis leaves in.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll juice the cannabis leaves, pull a couple of leaves from the plant, juice those,
Huh.
and add the fruits like you're doing: blueberries, pineapples, bananas.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been helping.
Is that you were talking about your morning routine? Is that part of it? What is
It
your
is
morning
part of
routine
it.
now?
I'm
Tell
waking
me.
up. I'm waking up a lot earlier. I'm waking up at 5. Um, Sometimes I wake up automatically at 4:30.
Ooh.
Um, but I'll stay there till about 5. I'm supposed to be getting up at 4, according to this book. I had not gotten to that yet, but between the times of 4 and 6 are the quietest times of the day. Quiet times in the morning. Good time for meditating, from a spiritual perspective. Best part of the day, 4 to 6 a.m. So I'm trying to get up during that time, start my meditation, start my prayers, do my thing, drink my water, do my smoothie. And then by the time 7 o'clock comes, I feel like I've taken care of me.
Yeah, yeah.
So now I'm able to really delve in to the family, the company, the team, and not feel, um, depleted. Like I haven't had a chance to get my me time in. So
Yeah, that's important. Maybe I need to start waking up a little bit earlier too, because as soon as I wake up, it's it's almost like I work on a farm. It's go right into tasks. Like I have to take the dogs out, feed them, switch because the dogs and the cats can't be in the same area. Well, just my dog and the cats. The other dog's fine. So I
right.
have to switch that up, and it's
Mhm.
just like that's 40 minutes in the morning that I go right from waking up into task. And I'm just like, what the hell? Why can't I just need to do something for me. Like I would love to just get up and come in and do stuff on the computer for whatever reason, work or just me or writing or something. So maybe I need to wake up earlier. But I don't know if I can do 4. 4 is
Yeah,
pushing it, lady.
4 is pushing it. Yeah, I used to do. I changed. I was at 6:30, and I go for my walk, and I still do that. Like I still squeeze in a walk. Not every morning, but
Hmm.
maybe like 3 mornings out of the week, I'll get that walk in there too. But um, yeah, I had to get out of that mode of just waking up and hitting it.
Yeah,
Um,
I think I need to do that too.
yeah, you got to take care of yourself, get your brain right. But we'll get started soon. We're going to talk about, what do we have on the agenda today? Oh yeah, other startups that are doing some incredible things. Found one that kind of caught our eye, that we wanted to show. Had some good conversations with a couple of people over the past couple of weeks that really helped me to feel better about, the future. Really, like there are so many people that are trying to do something, in their own different way, with their own approach. So we're going to show a couple of those today. We'll talk about, energy use in the cannabis space for growing marijuana specifically, but that really extends to growing, other type of plants as well. How do you reduce energy costs? Why do you need to reduce energy costs? We'll talk about that. We'll give some, updates and announcements about, new things, new offerings that we're going to have, available, starting, right away. So yeah, we're gonna get started very soon. I guess we can get started now. We're already 10 minutes in. I didn't know
Yep,
we were talking about our morning routine for so long. So
it
if you're
goes so
just
quickly.
joining in, yeah, I know. If you're just joining in, yeah, if you want to start again during the recording, you'll hear us, sharing a little bit more about our personal daily routines and how we do things. But yeah, let's do this startup shout out. I want to
Okay.
show this. I got to go to Oakland just to see this.
Mm.
Um, Let me. There we go.
And
Boom.
Oakland has the oldest gay bar in America too. I think it's called like White Horse or something like that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of things happening in Oakland.
Yeah, that's for sure. A lot of things happening in Oakland. Yeah, I have a. Um, I gotta get there. This here that we're showing right now. So we are looking at Wefunder.com. Wefunder is a regulation crowdfunding campaign. It's the same platform that we personally use for our raise for raising capital. So people that might not be familiar with regulation crowdfunding, it's crowdfunding like an Indiegogo or Kickstarter, where you see something that you're interested in, and you can put some money towards it. But this is different. When you're putting money towards it, you're actually getting some sort of ownership in the company. You're becoming an investor in the company, and it just started in 2016, and it's starting to become more and more and more and more commonplace. So companies are starting to see the value, and go into the community, go into the crowd, and saying, "This is my mission. This is my idea. Who's with me? Who wants to support it?" And you really only need like a few, depending on what you're doing and how much you're trying to raise. You just need a few hundred people out of what, millions, 10 million, millions and millions and millions of people that have access to the internet.
Right.
So you find your tribe, they find you, they invest, and then together you both share in that success and support the company too, support the mission, support the brand. So it's something that we do. But while I was looking at the platform, a couple of companies caught my eye, and this one here is one of them. This is a raise that's already done. It's finished. They raised about $299,000, but it's a vegan barbecue and soul food place in Oakland. And
Crazy.
the video, you won't be able to hear the audio, but I wanted to just show you. I can hear the audio in my head, so let me turn that off. Um, yeah, it's you'll see they're gonna have uh, Danny Glover come in do some to do some food tasting at this location. He rolls up in, what is that, a
I don't
Toyota, I
know.
think.
It could be. It could be.
Yeah, I like Danny Glover a lot. He's real down to earth from what I've seen. But people can present themselves a certain way. But from what I've
Look at
seen,
him.
yeah, there he is in his
Look
mask.
at him. And
So
his little hat.
he's telling the guy, "Yeah, I'm going to try your food. I'm going to try it right now. I'm going to come right back and tell you what I think about it." So he goes off into his car to taste this food.
Mm-hmm.
And
10 minutes later.
just the way that they did this video, because that's the other thing about this. You can, when you do your own pitch competition, I'm sorry, your own WeFunder page, you have to create your own video. You have to put the content up to get people to understand what you're trying to do. So they created this video themselves. So here's the owner, dancing in his car, chilling, while Danny Glover's tasting his food. And because you can't hear, I'll just tell you. I mean, you can go and check this out yourself, but because you can't hear, Danny Glover's basically like, "Is this? Did you put meat in this? Do you know what vegan is?" Like, he thinks it tastes too good.
I want it now.
Yeah, no, I know. I gotta get Kahari to I gotta figure out a way to get out to California. There's gotta be something in Oakland that we need to get out there for to try this out. But yeah,
I mean,
Danny Glover seems to be a fan of this vegan barbecue and soul food place out in Oakland.
but just the whole idea of vegan barbecue, it's just crazy. And soul food, vegans. Interesting.
Yeah, I'd like to
It
taste
looks
it to see.
good.
It does
Look at
look
it.
good. It does look good. You can do a lot. I mean, the thing about it is, a lot of the stuff that we like, that when we taste barbecue, it's all the seasoning.
Yeah.
And the seasoning are really just plants. It's
Right.
herbs, plants, green things that really make the brisket, the beef,
Right. Mm-hmm.
taste good. I was watching this. There's this other company woman. Her name escapes me, but the name of the company is called Calabash Tea. Calabash Tea with a C, and she does a lot of education on cooking, healthy cooking, vegan cooking, and she's big on decolonizing your tongue, and understanding that a lot of the things that we actually enjoy are not the meat itself. Like if you ate a raw piece of beef, it would
Right.
be pretty gross.
Right.
But all the stuff we put on it That's what makes it. So this guy seems like he's caught that. He's caught that niche. Yeah. So I
Cool.
guess moving on. The other company that caught my eye, and this company here, Grow Guru, this is a software service that helps growers, mostly outdoor growers, determine when do they really need to water their crops so that they're not wasting water. And we talked about that last week, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
About saving water, especially out in California. Well, we learned that it's happening
Yeah. Everywhere.
everywhere, but especially out in the West, California, Colorado, Arizona, just the farmers
Yeah.
are out there being paid not to grow,
Yep.
so that they can save and reduce water usage.
Yep.
So companies like this that are doing things that help are really key. And I've noticed that a lot of the investors that invest on our campaign on Wefunder, they also invest in Grow Guru.
Oh,
So similar type of mission, different
yeah.
approach. But yeah, I'll play this again. You won't be able to see it, but hear it rather. You won't be able to hear it, but
And
you'll
this
be
one
able
is
to see
still
something.
active right now, so you can check it out and contribute to it.
Yep, exactly. They've got about 417,000 raised so far, minimum of 250. That's the thing. Like if you're a startup looking to raise capital, you can set your own targets. You can set your own minimums. You do your video. You include some highlights about what your traction, what have you done, some stuff about the team, and then boom, you give them the content and what it's really all about. But there are so many different types of companies on WeFunder, not just WeFunder, but Start Engine. There's so many different types of crowdfunding platforms. This is really picked up since we first started our first one back in 2019. Um, but yeah, huge. Like last week we were talking about water. Today we're going to talk about energy, and you can see how they put a little sensor in the soil, and basically it just says to your app, "Yeah, you're dry. Time to run it." Um,
Right. Interesting.
yeah, and I think there are similar systems out there. So um, I'm not quite sure what their differentiator is, like what differentiates them from some of their competitors.
Hmm.
But you can see that there's obviously some people putting a lot of energy into this.
Yeah.
So then the key is trying to figure out which ones work, which ones
Yeah.
don't,
Yeah.
you know, um, and which ones do you need in your agricultural business or for your own use. Um,
But that's with everything, right? I mean, that's with every type of grow. Like we can kind of transition into that article that we found where they were talking about reducing of energy, and we talked wasn't last week, but the week before about LEDs and the consumption that LEDs have for energy and how to use them efficiently and what kind. And you were talking about the automatic. What was that called, Asia?
Auto sync
When
LED.
I couldn't think of the word. Yeah, auto sync LED, and more people are just writing more articles about it. And it's not just the LEDs, it's the HVAC. And I read it in this specific article, actually, Asia, it mentions how LED actually, where is it? I can't find it. Of course, you can't find it when you need it. But there's a little sentence that says LED actually helps here it is. Not only do LEDs use energy efficiently, but they also create less work for the HVAC system. So I thought that was pretty interesting. That's kind of down below on after the ad. Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, right there. So I thought that was pretty interesting. It's like not only, you're saving energy on your LED and your lighting, but it's kind of taking away some of the work from your HVAC system. And also in this article, they talk about oh God, of course, I can't find it here again either, but I think it's in Colorado. During the evening, they'll just open up some of the greenhouse windows and just let it automatically cool that way, so you don't have to worry about your air conditioner going on and saving energy that way. So again, creativity is key to basically saving energy and consumption across the industry. And it's not just that too, it's the building, right? The type
Yeah.
of building that you're starting to grow in. But you know more about that, Asia, with your background, your engineering background.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, since when I graduated in 2002, so um, I got into risk engineering, and it was great because I got a chance to see all different types of industries, companies, operations, different ways of growing, different building types, different construction. Did that for about 15 years before I moved into the ag tech realm. But yeah, there's so many different ways you can do things, and
Mm,
everybody has like a unique situation, and variables are a little bit different. There aren't really cookie cutter solutions to this. Some people may say like you could buy a completely automated package, but that package, and so what I'm talking about is you could buy, let's say a container, and it has all the equipment inside of it, so that you can grow, for example, tomatoes. You take that same container and you put it in California, it's going to do something different. You put it here in Massachusetts, it's going to perform different
mhm,
because the outside environment plays a factor in that HVAC and cooling. Um, and then if you can if you can use LEDs to really reduce your energy usage, that's huge, and it impacts HVAC. And I think a lot of people kind of miss that connection. That the more heat, the more light you're putting on your plants, the more your plants are drinking and then
mhm,
releasing back into the room. So you've got more humidity that it
right.
has to like pull out as well. It's all connected. They're all like little links in a chain that are all connected. And LEDs are great. Amazingly, there are um, still a lot of companies that want to use high pressure sodium. So HPS stands for this right here. And you can see even in this article, if you're sticking with HPS, high pressure sodium now, you're causing yourself all types of troubles because of the
Mm,
heat management. Because of the heat
mhm,
management, those lights are incredibly hot. We had, like, for example, we had a grow trial that we were doing where person that used to the person that used to grow with HPS, we switched them to LED, and it dropped their heat like substantially. They
wow.
used to have to, that use air conditioning to pull all that stuff out. But in a basement where it had that natural cooling effect because you're below ground, it worked out better.
Mm,
Um, so that move from HPS, high pressure sodium, to LED is really key. And strange, like I'll see on social media, images of people still growing with HPS, growing, one level on the floor, HPS overhead, and I'm like, it works, but that's not a long term solution. Like you can't operate with one level on the floor, HPS on your ceilings for long and stay competitive. You,
mm,
you can grow, good cannabis or good whatever you're growing. It'll be quality, but it's just not sustainable. It's not over the long term. And then so let's say you have that one level on the floor, and you take out your HBS and you put in LEDs overhead. That's going to help you. That's going to help you, and it'll help to reduce your cost. But there's something else you can do to even bump that up even more, is to bring the LEDs closer to the plants, dim that power down so that you don't have
mm,
to push. I've seen pictures of people with LEDs 10 feet above the plants, which means that's a lot of like power that you have to dissipate all the way down that all the way
you're
down that
wasting.
distance.
Yeah.
Get the lights closer, dim that power down, and back off and reduce your energy even more. And then when you get the lights closer, maybe you can stack them on multiple levels and get into the vertical stacked arrangements that help you to scale up your production as well. And so there are so many different types of ways that you can do this. We've got, you know, some ideas, we've got some solutions out there. We like finding other ideas, finding other solutions. So, and myself and also Matt Waddell, who's our product manager, we both have that risk consulting engineering background. The both of us. I was doing it for about 15, 16 years. He did it for about 7 or 8 years in the semiconductor space. That was his specialty, with semiconductors, so specialty equipment. Um, we're gonna put that together and start offering our brain and our consulting to the grow community, the agricultural business, the agribusiness community. We've been doing it a little bit, mainly like word of mouth, but there's so much need out there, and there's so many people who want to grow sustainably. They want to scale up. Small farmers that want to get into the commercial space but are trying to figure out how to be competitive. We can help you with that. People that are trying to move from HBS to LED and trying to do so in a smart manner with some longevity and getting a good return on your investment. We can help you with that. Even if you're in the other added benefit is, even if you're in a region that is impacted by hurricanes, wildfires, floods, hail. Hail is huge. I mean, we're getting hailstorms in places that we normally don't get hailstorms in. And if you're outdoor, obviously that's a problem because the hail can damage your crops. Some people think that if you're indoor, it's not as big of an issue, but it still is, especially if you have solar panels that you're using. The hail is going to damage those. Okay, I don't have solar panels, so I'm not worried about hail, and I'm indoors. Not necessarily true. The other problem is you can have cooling towers that are outside that are helping to do your HVAC, and they have these little aluminum fins, like I don't know if you've ever seen a cooling tower, Denise. I could pull one up real quick for shits and giggles.
Yeah, because I don't think I have.
Okay. Let me see if I can get an image.
Oh.
What is this?
I don't know. It looks like fans.
Why is that in a different... I'm in the U.S.
Are you?
Yeah, I thought I was. Come on, baby.
You can do it.
Perform.
Oh.
I'm trying to get it zoomed in. Nope, that's not what I want. It's hard to see, but basically in there are these little, it depends on the material, but it could be plastic, it could be aluminum fins that the water drips down, and that's how it starts to cool and evaporate. The hail comes and starts to damage those. They're not as efficient. So hailstones can, let me see if that one, this is better. Here we go. And a lot of people use these in these really large, I'll stay where I was. A lot of people use these in the really large commercial grow spaces. I know that there are some, and these are things that, if you were doing, if you had like a store, you wouldn't need something this substantial, but this is something where you got a lot of volume of air that you have to manage, and you need to cool it off. So that's cannabis. That's, those situations that require a lot of humidity being removed. They're using cooling towers to do that in some locations. And this one, is sitting on a roof. So it's exposed to hail. Hail comes, hits these little black fins. If I could zoom in, you would see they're very thin. They're very fragile. Like if I push it with my finger, I dent it. It's almost like, it's similar to like the back of your air conditioner, some of those old school air conditioners. So, and some of these are made out of plastic, but you can damage those from hail. And then your efficiency of the system is not as efficient as it used to be. And then you got to have somebody come in there and replace it. So we don't just look at what do you need to do to become efficient. We look at what do you need to do to become efficient, sustainable, and to make sure that you don't have a risk to some sort of exposure that you didn't even know about. Like a lot of people may not even be thinking about hail on their solar panels, on their cooling towers, on their outdoor equipment. But you got to think about that too. So we're going to use that expertise more widely. So if you want to, if you're thinking, this is something that I haven't considered, I want to learn more, we're doing a free 20-minute consultation. We'll get on the phone. I'll ask you a little bit about, your business, what you're trying to do, what your setup is, and we'll see if it makes sense for us to continue, to help each other. If I can help you out, or if the team can come together and come up with some solutions to help reduce your exposure, reduce your costs, and make sure that you're profitable, not just, for a couple of years, but for the long run. So you really, I don't know if I can stress this enough. Like we get comments sometimes where people just want to stick with a traditional way of growing. And you can do that, but only on a short term. So um, hit us up if you want to know more about how you can do it over the long term.
I put all the info in the comments, Asia, the link to it, to the form. And yeah, schedule it today.
Yep, schedule it today. And then lastly, before we end, we'll be back next week. Denise will not be here. Snuffy G will have a substitute in once we confirm that. I don't want to say who that substitute might be because I have yet to confirm it with him.
Don't like the substitute more than me, please and thank you. But I could see the draw.
That could never happen. That could never happen.
Well, they could. I mean, wait till they see who it is.
So. Yeah, we'll have a substitute next week. But we also wanted to let people know that if you're not growing on a commercial scale, you're more, residential, just trying to figure out how can you personally reduce your cost on energy. How can you grow more inside in a small, short location? If you're tight on space, growing in your basement, growing in a grow tent, trying to figure out how can you stack your 6, 3, 12 plants. We also have a solution for you as well. Check out our website. I'm going to go to shop.trella.io. And we offer products as well. So we do products and we do consulting. And this is one of our products that help to train a plant to grow at a maintained height. You could put those LEDs really close to that plant, really over the top of it. And
show us your screen, Asia. Can't see your screen.
Oh, I'm talking and it's my bad.
You're the only one who gets to see it. There we go. Right.
So, in case you missed it, I'm at shop.trella.io got me here. We also have some products that help with trying to reduce that LED savings. Not just for the commercial grower, we help with that, but we also help residential growers as well. We have our new Model 4E. But basically, with our technology, you're able to maintain the plant at a certain height throughout the entire veg cycle and then flowering cycle. So you can get your LEDs really close to the plant over top of that canopy, dim that LED down, save on some power. And then as an added benefit on top of that, depending on how you set up your LEDs, if you use LED bars, you can line them up similar to how we have them here and only turn on the LEDs when you need to. So that's going to save you on some costs. We have automated solutions. We have all different types of things. But yeah, check us out. That discount, actually, let me say, that discount ends on May 15th. So please make sure that you go check this out. Click to get your $300 off on the Model 4E, giving you a cost of about $1,400 total. Much more cost efficient than some of the other models that are more for the commercial space. But we're trying to make sure that we have a solution that can work for residential and commercial. And if you just need some help trying to figure out how to plan all this, we're there for that too. We've got our consulting on that as well. So thanks for hanging out and being with us. Denise, do we have anything else that we need to?
I think that's it. Just check out Trella.io. There's so much stuff in there. Blogs that we've written over the past couple of years that talk to some of the energy stuff. And then you can see, Asia's expertise throughout that whole website too about consulting. So you'll get a sense of she has a lot of knowledge. The team has a lot of knowledge. So make sure you get this free 20-minute consulting. I mean,
for sure.
You'd be stupid not to.
For sure, yeah. If you just want to figure out, am I good? Am I not? Do I need to even think about this type of stuff? Hit us up. We'd love to talk. That's it. So yeah, we won't see Snuffy G next week. We'll have another guest host, but she will be back the week after.
Yes.
So we'll miss you, but enjoy.
Thank you, friend.
Can you tell everybody where you're going to?
We're going to Curacao. Me and the family are going to Curacao for a week. So I'm very excited about just being in the sun and just sitting on the beach and drinking some cocktails.
Man, have fun. I'm going to live vicariously through you.
I'll send you pictures. Wish you were here, Asia. Wish you were
Yeah, I do too.
here.
All right, buddy. Enjoy
All right,
it.
friend.
All right,
Thank
see
you.
you.
Talk to you.
Bye.
Bye.